It has always seemed strange to me, the things we admire in men, kindness, generosity, openness, honesty, understanding and feeling, are the concomitants of failure in our system. And those traits we detest, sharpness, greed, acquisitiveness, meanness, egotism, and self-interest, are the traits of success. And while men admire the quality of the first, they love the produce of the second. I believe that there is one story in the world, and only one. Humans are caught in their lives, in their thoughts, in their hungers and ambitions, in their avarice and cruelty, and in their kindness and generosity too, in a net of good and evil. There is no other story. A man, after he has brushed off the dust and chips of his life, will have left only the hard, clean questions. What is good or what is evil? Have I done well or ill? For there are two possible reactions to social ostracism. Either a man emerges determined to be better, purer, kindlier, or he goes bad, challenges the world, or does even worse things. The last is by far the commonest reaction to stigma. Look now. In all of history, men have been taught that killing of men is an evil thing not to be countenanced. Any man who kills must be destroyed, because this is a great sin, maybe the worst we know. And then we take a soldier and put murder in his hands, and we say to him, use it well, use it wisely. We put no checks on him. Go out and kill as many of a certain kind or classification of your brothers as you can. And we will reward you for it, because it is a violation of your early training. We value virtue, but do not discuss it. The honest bookkeeper, the faithful wife, the earnest scholar get little of our attention compared to the embezzler, the tramp, the cheat. I think the difference between a lie and a story is that a story utilizes the trappings and appearance of truth for the interest of the listener as well as of the teller. A story has in it neither gain nor loss, but a lie is a device for profit or escape. I suppose if the definition is strictly held to, then a writer of stories is a liar, if he is financially fortunate. When a condition or a problem becomes too great, humans have the protection of not thinking about it. But it goes inward and minces up with a lot of other things already there, and what comes out is discontent and uneasiness, guilt and a compulsion to get something, anything, before it is all gone. Failure is a state of mind. It's like one of those sand traps an ant-lion digs. You keep sliding back. Takes one hell of a jump to get out of it. Our species is the only creative species, and it has only one creative instrument, the individual mind and spirit of man. Nothing was ever created by two men. There are no good collaborations, whether in music, in art, in poetry, in mathematics, in philosophy. Once the miracle of creation has taken place, the group can build and extend it, but the group never invents anything. The preciousness lies in the lonely mind of man. People who are most afraid of their dreams convince themselves they don't dream at all. For it is said that humans are never satisfied, that you give them one thing and they want something more. And this is said in disparagement, whereas it is one of the greatest talents the species has, and one that has made it superior to animals that are satisfied with what they have. It's awful not to be loved. It's the worst thing in the world. It makes you mean and violent and cruel. A man who tells secrets or stories must think of who is hearing or reading, for a story has as many versions as it has readers. Everyone takes what he wants or can from it, and thus changes it to his measure. Some pick up parts and reject the rest. Some strain the story through their mesh of prejudice. Some paint it with their own delight. A story must have some point of contact with the reader to make him feel at home with it. Only then can he accept wonders. And this I believe, that the free, exploring mind of the individual human is the most valuable thing in the world. And this I would fight for, the freedom of the mind to take any direction it wishes, undirected. And this I must fight against, any idea, religion, or government which limits or destroys the individual. This is what I am, and what I am about. In uncertainty, I am certain that underneath their topmost layers of frailty, men want to be good and want to be loved. Indeed, most of their vices are attempted shortcuts to love. When a man comes to die, no matter what his talents and influence and genius, if he dies unloved, his life must be a failure to him, and the dying a cold horror. It seems to me that if you or I must choose between two courses of thought or action, we should remember our dying and try so to live that our death brings no pleasure to the world. We have only one story. All novels, all poetry are built on the never-ending contest in ourselves of good and evil. And it occurs to me that evil must constantly respawn, while good, while virtue, is immortal. Vice has always a new, fresh, young face, while virtue is venerable as nothing else in the world is.